Hello and welcome to day 21 of our journey to read the Bible every day for 1 year in chronological order. Today we are going to read Genesis 27 to 29. Isaac sends Esau for venison. And it came to pass that when Isaac was old and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Esau his eldest son and said unto him, My son. And he said unto him, Behold, here am I. And he said, Behold now, I am old, I know not the day of my death. Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver, and thy bow, and go out to the field, and take me some venison, and make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. And Rebekah heard when Isaac spake to Esau his son. And Esau went to the field to hunt for venison, and to bring it. Rebekah and Jacob conspired to obtain Isaac's blessing. And Rebekah spake unto Jacob her son, saying, Behold, I heard thy father speak unto Esau thy brother, saying, Bring me venison, and make me savory meat, that I may eat, and bless thee before the Lord before my death. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice, according to that which I command thee. Go now to the flock, and fetch me from thence 2 good kids of the goats, and I will make them savory meat for thy father, such as he loveth. And thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, and that he may bless thee before his death. And Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, Behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. My father peradventure will feed me, and I shall seem to him as a deceiver, and I shall bring a curse upon me, and not a blessing. And his mother said unto him, Upon me be thy curse, my son, only obey my voice, and go fetch me them. And he went and fetched and brought them to his mother. And his mother made savory meat, such as his father loved. And Rebekah took goodly raiment of her eldest son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob her younger son. And she put the skins of the kids of the goats upon his hands, and upon the smooth of his neck. And she gave the savory meat and the bread which she had prepared into the hand of her son Jacob. And he came unto his father and said, My father. And he said, Here am I. Who art thou, my son? And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau, thy firstborn. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat on my venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac said unto his son, How is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said, Because the Lord thy God brought it to me. And Isaac said unto Jacob, Come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not. And Jacob went near unto Isaac his father, and he felt him, and said, The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. And he discerned him not, because his hands were hairy, and as his brother Esau's hands, so he blessed him. And he said, Art thou my very son Esau? And he said, I am. And he said, Bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat. And he brought him wine, and he drank. And his father Isaac said unto him, Come near now, and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him. And he smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, See, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field, which the Lord hath blessed. Therefore God give thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. Esau brings venison to his father. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. And he also had made savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, Let my father arise, and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly, and said, Who? Where is he that hath taken venison, and brought it me? And I have eaten of all before thou camest, and have blessed him. Yea, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety, and hath taken away thy blessing. And he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Esau threatens to kill Jacob. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah. And she sent and called Jacob her younger son, and said unto him, Behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice, and arise, flee thou to Laban, my brother, to Haran, and tarry with him a few days, until thy brother's fury turn away, until thy brother's anger turn away from thee, and he forget that which thou hast done to him. Then I will send and fetch thee from thence. Why should I be deprived also of you both in one day? And Rebekah said to Isaac, I am very, very of my life, because of the daughters of Heth. If Jacob take a wife, the daughters of Heth, such as these which are of the daughters of the land, what good shall my life do me? Genesis 28. Isaac blesses Jacob and sends him to Padan Aram. And Isaac called Jacob and blessed him and charged him and said unto him, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. Arise, go to Padan Aram, to the house of Bethuel, thy mother's father, and take thee a wife from thence of the daughters of Laban, thy mother's brother, and God take thee thus mother, and God Almighty bless thee, and make thee fruitful, and multiply thee, that thou mayest be a multitude of people, and give thee the blessing of Abraham to thee, and to thy seed with thee, that thou mayest inherit the land wherein thou art a stranger, which God gave unto Abraham. And Isaac sent away Jacob, and he went to Padan Aram unto Laban, son of Bethuel the Syrian, the brother of Rebekah, Jacob's and Esau's mother. Esau marries Mahalath, daughter of Ismail. When Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob and sent him away to Padan Aram to take him a wife from thence, and that as he blessed him, he gave him a charge, saying, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. And that Jacob obeyed his father and his mother, and was gone to Padan Aram. And Esau, seeing that the daughters of Canaan pleased not Isaac his father, then went Esau unto Ismail, and took unto the wives which he had Mahalath, the daughter of Ismail, Abraham's son, the sister of Nebajoth, to be his wife. Jacob's vision of a ladder. And Jacob went out from Beersheba and went toward Haran. And he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night, because the sun was set. And he took of the stones of the place and put them for his pillows, and lay down in that place to sleep. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven, and behold, the angels of God ascending and descending on it. And behold, the Lord stood above it, and said, I am the Lord God of Abraham thy father, and the God of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed. And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And in thee and in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. And behold, I am with thee, and will keep thee in all places whither thou goest, and will bring thee again into this land. For I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee of. And Jacob awakened out of his sleep, and he said, Surely the Lord is in this place, and I knew it not. And he was afraid, and said, How dreadful is this place! This is none other but the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven. And Jacob rose up early in the morning, and took the stone that he had put for his pillows, and set it up for a pillar, and poured oil upon the top of it. And he called the name of the place Bethel. But the name of that city was called Luz at the first. And Jacob vowed a vow, saying, If God will be with me, and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat, and raiment to put on, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, then shall the Lord be my God. And this stone, which I have set for a pillar, shall be God's house. And of all that thou shalt give me, I will surely give the 10th unto thee. Genesis 29. Jacob comes to the well of Haran. Then Jacob went on his journey, and came into the land of the people of the east. And he looked, and behold, a well in the field, and lo, there were 3 flocks of sheep lying by it, for out of that well they watered the flocks, and a great stone was upon the well's mouth. And thither were all the flocks gathered, and they rolled the stone from the well's mouth, and watered the sheep, and put the stone again upon the well's mouth in his place. And Jacob said unto them, My brethren, whence be ye? And they said, Of Haran are we. And he said unto them, Know ye Laban the son of Nahor? And they said, We know him. And he said unto them, Is he well? And they said, He is well. And behold, Rachel, his daughter, cometh with the sheep. And he said, Lo, it is yet high day, neither is it time that the cattle should be gathered together. Water ye the sheep, and go and feed them. And they said, We cannot, until all the flocks be gathered together, until they roll the stone from the well's mouth, then we water the sheep. Jacob meets Rachel by the well. And while he yet spake with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep, for she kept them. And it came to pass, when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother, that Jacob went near and rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the flock of Laban, his mother's brother. And Jacob kissed Rahel and lifted up his voice and wept. And Jacob told Rahel that he was her father's brother, and that he was Rebekah's son. And she ran and told her father. And it came to pass, when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob his sister's son, that he ran to meet him, and embraced him, and kissed him, and brought him to his house. And he told Laban all these things. And Laban said to him, Surely thou art my bone and my flesh. And he abode with him the space of a month. And Laban said unto Jacob, Because thou art my brother, shouldest thou therefore serve me for naught? Tell me, what shall thy wages be? And Laban had 2 daughters. The name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rahel. Leah was tender-eyed, but Rahel was beautiful and well-favored. And Jacob loved Rahel, and said, I will serve thee 7 years for Rahel, thy younger daughter. And Laban said, It is better that I give her to thee than that I should give her to another man. Abide with me. And Jacob served 7 years for Rahel, and they seemed unto him but a few days for the love he had to her. And Jacob said unto Laban, Give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go in unto her. And Laban gathered together all the men of the place, and made a feast. And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah his daughter, and brought her to him. And he went in unto her. And Laban gave unto his daughter Leah Zilpah his maid for an handmaid. And it came to pass that in the morning, behold, it was Leah. And he said to Laban, What is this thou hast done unto me? Did not I serve with thee for Rahel? Wherefore then hast thou beguiled me? And Laban said, It must not be so done in our country, to give the younger before the firstborn. Fulfill her week, and we will give thee this also for the service which thou shalt serve with me yet 7 other years. And Jacob did so, and fulfilled her week, and he gave him Rahel his daughter to wife also. And Laban gave to Rahel his daughter Bilhah, his handmaid, to be her maid. And he went in also unto Rahel. And he loved also Rahel more than Leah, and served with him yet 7 other years. And when the Lord saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb, but Rahel was barren. And Leah conceived and bare a son, and she called his name Reuben. For she said, Surely the Lord hath looked upon my affliction. Now therefore my husband will love me. And she conceived again, and bare a son, and said, Because the Lord hath heard that I was hated, he hath therefore given me this son also. And she called his name Simeon. And she conceived again, and bare a son, and said, Now this time will my husband be joined unto me, because I have borne him 3 sons. Therefore was his name called Levi. And she conceived again, and bare a son. And she said, Now will I praise the Lord. Therefore she called his name Judah, and left bearing. So this was today's chapters. And well, I have some comments to do. So first, because we just read it, him waiting 7 years and then 14 years for Rahel was for me a big sign of love. So I will put there the color of love that we chose before, which was pink. Him also loved Rahel more than none, so he did do another 7 years. So he served 14 years for Rahel. Even though he didn't serve for Rahel, that was the goal. He served for Laban, but and yeah, for me, if somebody would work like 14 years to have me as a wife, then there wouldn't have to be a big proposal or something, because after the 14 years it's good. But yeah, I didn't see that before, really, that they did much effort to have a wife. Like, they did do some effort by giving gifts to the families and to the women, but not really by working for their father or something. So it's nice to see. And then here where the gate of heaven is supposed to be. So this is also a place. So I'm putting it there. I just want to know if the place, well, before it was called Lys or Lutz or something like that, and now it's Bethel. Is it one place and it's only one gate that is on earth, like only one gate where the angels are passing through, or is it like more than one, or is there more than one gate? I'm going to look that up now. So from what I gathered now, Bethel is not really a gate to heaven, even though it's written there. It's more so that Jesus is the gate to heaven, so he's the middleman, as we know, between us and God. So the gate to heaven is Jesus Christ. I guess I would write here a place of worship. Did I put that wrong? Yeah. A place so Bethel. House of God. And also is equal to the gate of heaven, but only because it was his dream that he got from God, heaven, and also place of worship. And then I found it bizarre, or a bit weird, that that he said that, and Jacob vowed a vow, saying, "If God will be with me and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat and raiment to put on, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, then shall the Lord be my God." So for me, it essentially means that unless God is doing this, for you, he's not going to be your God. So he has to do something first to be your God. And for me, that this is the wrong way to see it, because nowadays when something happens, we would say each time, well, God is not our God because he didn't do that for us or that. But in the end, he, like he said, he always gives us bread. He always gives us something to eat. If not, we wouldn't be here anymore, I guess. So he does protect us in a way. But again, this world's a wicked world. So we can't always say that if something doesn't work out well, God is not our God anymore. And this is something also that, well, me, I have to learn also, because sometimes we think, oh, we are a good person. Why is something like this happening to us? Or did God left us in this situation? But again, we wouldn't still be on earth if God wouldn't have protected us from something. And also at the same time, even if we would die, again, we have to believe that God will put us somewhere nice, so that we go to heaven after we died. So then we still have to believe in God, and also when we lose a loved one, that they are going to a better place. But sometimes it's easier said than done, right? So and then was there something else that I wanted to say? The story with Jacob and Esau, again, pretty crazy. But at the same time, I really love fairy tales, and I don't know why, but some of the stories really do remind me of fairy tales. I don't even know if it's good to like fairy tales as a Christian, I don't know. But I like, because they have a good ending, right? They have a happy ending, so. But what I want to say by that is also that, well, back then, when they made those old fairy tales, well, most of the time they really only had like I don't know, a few books, and the first book that was ever printed, well, at least in Europe, I think, was the Bible. So it would make sense that they get a lot of inspiration from it, and the way they write it and the way the stories are told. So again here, that Jacob wanted to fool his father. Again, a pretty bad way to let your father go, right? Because it was just before him eventually going to pass away. So, but again, he wanted to obey to his mother also, and I think he also wanted him being well over Esau, right? So yeah, it's sad, but again, it has to be this way. It all makes sense in the end, I guess. And it's also really human, I would say, because well, they are humans and we are humans, and sometimes we don't want to have or to be that our mother or father has a favorite. Because for me, I know my parents never want to say who is their favorite. They say they don't have one, but even in the Bible they have, so we never know. but but it's hard because, again, well, Jacob is the favorite son of his mother, and Esau is the favorite son of his father. So it's at least equal. But then again, he wanted the blessing, I guess, from his father too, and Rebecca wanted it too for her favorite son. So it has to be this way, but again, it's not the right way to do it. He could have asked to bless them both or something, but I guess it doesn't really work that way, right? So yeah, this was the Bible study of today. I wish you a great day, evening, or night, and I hope I see you tomorrow. Bye.